Hi there, extraordinary thinkers. Lee Trevathan here. So we are back with the happiness series. This today is going to be video number 8 of the 12 in the series. So if you have not watched these videos before, you can just go to the channel, or at the end of the video you'll see me do my little magic trick, and I'll be putting up other videos that relate to this. And let me see this. I don't have my glasses. Yes. So video number 8 is all about gratitude and self-discovery. So the way this series works is, with each video, I give you some tips and some tricks that will help you to be able to have more happiness in your life. So some people go, well, that just has to do with my circumstances, situations, and events, etc., etc. No, you get to choose it, no matter what's going on around you. So one of the things that will hinder your happiness is if you decide that there's nothing else to discover about you. You don't need to do any self-discovery anymore. And also, you don't need to do any gratitude anymore. And some people say to me, well, Lee, I don't have anything to be grateful for. My life sucks. And what I have to say on that, and if you've watched some of these videos, you may have seen me say it before, is if you woke up this morning and you're breathing, like you can put the mirror underneath and you can see you're breathing, yeah, you've got something to be grateful for. And because you have another day in your life that you can use in the way you can choose happiness. So it's quite an amazing, wonderful thing that you get this whole day that you can do with that day whatever you want. That's something to be happy about right there. But if you're not aware of it and you're not in a state of gratitude, you're just going to take it for granted. It's just the way it works. All right, so I'm fighting off some kind of a little cold or something, so if my voice sounds funny, can't do a whole lot about it. There's also quite a bit of noise around us, so I'm hoping you're not hearing all of that workers outside and all that kind of stuff going on for us here. So, self-discovery. People have said to me, well, why is it so important that I stay in a state of self-discovery? Like, why does that matter? Well, if you look at it strictly from a scientific view, a clinical view, it matters a lot, because there's things that happen inside your brain and your body when you are in a state of self-discovery that's different than when you're not. It's like, it kind of looks like fireworks in your brain sometimes, because your brain is literally, the synapses is firing in such a way, because it's like happiness. You know, self-discovery is happiness. Even if you're discovering something about yourself that you don't like that much, there's still an element of happiness that your brain at least perceives and acts on and kind of wakes up a little bit. So you can associate self-discovery with waking up. So no matter how old you get, self-discovery and gratitude are both things that create happiness. So someone said to me the other day, which, by the way, as I'm filming this, we're waiting for the U.S. collections. It is kind of a collection, actually. Election. It's a collection of people choosing a president. We're waiting for all that stuff to be called. The actual election itself is over, but it has not been called. Someone said to me yesterday, you know, I'm so disappointed that my guy's not winning so far, is not ahead so far. And really, nobody knows who's ahead. That's the thing. Nobody really knows at this point that I'm filming this. Of course, by the time you see this, we'll know. But my questions were really simple to this person. I said, well, are you saying this makes you unhappy? And she said, yeah, we were actually emailing back and forth, instant messaging, I guess is what you call it. And she said, yes, it makes me extremely unhappy. And so my question was, why do you choose that? And for a moment there, she just didn't understand. She just sent me like little question marks back. Like, what are you talking about? And I asked again, why are you choosing to be unhappy because you don't get your way? And she said, because I'm not going to like what happens. And then my question was, how do you know it's going to happen? Do you have a crystal ball? How do you know it's going to happen? You get to choose. Maybe it'll work out great, or maybe it'll be horrible. You get to choose which way you're going to look at that. So it was an interesting exchange that I had with this person, because what ended up happening was she discovered, this is where discovery, of course, is really important. She discovered that she was indeed choosing to be unhappy because she didn't get her way. Well, you're not always going to get your way, right? So are you always going to be unhappy when you don't get your way? That doesn't really benefit you in any way that I know of. So she was happy to discover that about herself, that this was something she was unconsciously doing. And then the next part of this was, I asked, do you think it's possible that you could decide to be grateful that you live in a country where you get to vote and participate in the act of democracy? So again, she came back with question mark, question mark. And so I just sent back a note and said, think about it. So she did. And about 20 minutes later, she sent me back another note and said, wow, I never even realized that I have that to be grateful for every day. That I do live in a country that is a democracy, that I can choose who runs the country. And I have an equal vote to anyone else. And yeah, my guy is not winning, it looks like. And like I said, no one knows at this point, but it looks like he's not going to win. And so, yeah, I guess I don't have to be bummed about that. And I said, tell me one good thing you can find in that. So she had to think about that. And about 20 minutes later, she sent me the note and said, oh my goodness. Guess what I just discovered? I figured out that even if I don't get my way, I still may get something that is a good way. I might get an end to some of the chaos. I said, well, that's one way to look at it. That's definitely one way you could look at it. So I said, can you be happy about this now? She said, yes, I'm very happy about this now. Thanks for your help. And that was kind of it. But it was an interesting exchange to me that the choice was being made to be unhappy when really there was really nothing she could do about the outcome of the election. She already voted. That was the one thing she could do. But if her vote, didn't mean that her guy won, her vote still counted. I mean, this is democracy. So that was a very interesting exchange. So I just wanted to comment on that. But for you personally, this video is going to be pretty short because there's a lot for you to think about. And I do hope that you will think about this. And questions you can ask yourself: do I stay each day in a state of discovery about myself, about the world? Do I? Discovery could even mean just learning something new each day, or just noticing something about yourself that you maybe never noticed before, which might mean you have to actually really pay more attention to yourself, which is a good thing. So that's a question you can ask yourself. Am I staying in a state of discovery every day? Do I start my day out with this as an objective? Or do I just go on remote control? Because most people go remote control. They're on autopilot most of the day. They're not noticing a whole lot of anything. The other thing is to ask yourself, am I in a state of gratitude today? Am I choosing gratitude today? Am I noticing, quote unquote, discovering the things I'm grateful for? You see how those go hand in hand? Am I doing that? Here's what I know. If you can do these two things, you can help create happiness in your life, no matter what's going on around you. No matter. So even if your day is challenging, and so many of us have that, every day for me is challenging. There's so much to do. There's so much to learn. There's so much to take on. So even if you're having a challenging day like that, you can be grateful that you have the ability to proceed in the day. So these are some simple things. I know if you go back and you check this series, you'll see that every video I've done in this happiness series is not going to be anything that overwhelms you. I'm keeping it very basic, very simple, but very powerful. So the other part of discovery is to discover who and what you truly are at the core of your being. Now that may sound strange to some people because they might say, oh, well, I know that. I'm going to bet you don't. I'm really going to bet you don't. So what I did, let me see if I can get to this without making a big mess here. What I did was I created a new book. Hope you can see that. This is called Love Beyond Compare. And this book will give you 10 powerful birthrights that I bet you never even knew you had them. But they have been yours all along. From the beginning of your life, they have been your birthrights. And I bet you didn't know about them. So it's really important that you get the book, that you read the book, and even more than that, that you study the book. Now, I also did a companion journal and a companion manifestation planner to go with the book. I'm going to put the link down below, and you can go check it out. There's also an amazing audio book. I have no words for it. It's just incredible. So that's all going to be in that link down below. All you have to do is go to the Amazon link and you can see everything. All right, so I'm going to have other links below that'll be helpful to you. Make sure you get some of my freebies. There will be a link down there for my PayHip, and that's all the free stuff that you can get from me right now. I'm constantly adding to that. So make sure you get that. And make sure that you go down below here and hit the little subscribe icon. Hit the bell. There's a video that drops every Sunday morning, and I also put up videos sometimes during the week. So if you have that bell clicked, you'll get notified of all of the videos and when they drop, and if I'm doing a premiere or a preview or anything like that, you'll know about that ahead of time too. So I hope this has been really helpful, and please stay safe, please stay well, and take good care of yourself. All right? So, Lee Trevathan. See you next time. I'm going to put up 2 videos right now. You can go on these videos and they will be sending you to more of the happiness series. So check them out. Take good care. See you next time. Bye.